So I have bought the cheapest GT3RS in the country as a Hurricane Ida flood car. Bought it on Copart. Some of you may have seen it there. Some of you probably think I'm crazy for buying that car sight unseen, but gotta take chances in life, so we'll see. Waiting for the driver now. We'll see what happens when he arrives, what I find. I'll hook up the durometric to it, see what might be wrong with it. I'm pretty sure the immobilizer will need to be redone, and we'll see what else. So we'll see when it gets here. If I do decide to keep the RS, this one's not going anywhere. I love that little car, but I will have to sell my 997 GT3 because I just can't keep them all, you know. This is a great car. I've had it 4 or 5 years now, I don't remember. I've driven it a lot, had a near life experience with it, so we kind of bonded over that. I do love the car. I would never be looking to get rid of it, but an RS is an RS, and you know how that is. The 996 GT3 also would have to go. This is my, you know, I guess quote unquote track car. This is what I play with. Great car, seal gray. Got the buckets in there, the roll cage, the harnesses. Awesome car, a lot of fun to drive. But I just can't keep them all. So those two would probably end up having to go. And while we're on the topic of having to go, eventually this car here will get finished. I'm building that. I'm not sure exactly what direction to go in. There's the engine. We'll see. Don't mind my mess. 964. I actually thought about taking the motor out of this car and putting it in that car because every SC can use a 3.6, right? It's a little bit of a leaker, as you can see. It leaks some oil, but it does run very strong. There's nothing wrong with it mechanically. It just leaks oil. I have to go through it. My little Boxster S there, that one is getting sold. Then I got the 65 912, another very fun car, slow as hell, but very fun to drive. And my poor 964 here looking all abandoned. It is a rocket of a 964. It absolutely, it's just a blast to drive. It's lightweight. It's got every suspension mod you could throw at it. I pulled about 400 pounds out of that thing. Re-geared, I got a re-geared 993 transmission in it. RS uprights, 993 turbo brakes. I absolutely love this car. This is my forever car. I have done everything to it myself. Car has never seen a mechanic in my ownership other than myself, so a lot of history. And that little car, man, that thing is so much fun. Anyway, donor, part out, I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, waiting for the RS to arrive. We'll see what happens. I know I'm excited. Piggy, you excited? Huh? She doesn't care. She wants her ball. She can't get to it. Right, dog? All right, let's see what happens. Patiently awaiting the arrival of the RS. You excited? Huh? Daddy's getting a new car? Mean. You're a mean dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's excited. Can't you tell? All right. She has arrived. Let's see what we find when it comes out of this truck. Trailer, actually. This car gave me so much headache. I just wanted it to get here already, you know? Yeah. All right, well, let's see what we find here. So this was a Hurricane Ida flood car. Doesn't seem like the water went up too high. There are no markings. A lot of times they'll put a little line that says WL to give you an idea. I mean, definitely had water. Fortunately, it's freshwater damage. So we'll see. Overall, cosmetically, the car looks pretty nice. I mean, it's a little dirty, a little damp inside. It's got brand new Michelin Sport Pilot 4S's, carbon ceramics. It's got PPF. This is all come out. This is PPF. I'll try to buff that out. If not, I'll just peel the film off. I got to find that little cap there. Cosmetically is good. So now the issue is going to be, you know, people have been obviously messing with it when they shouldn't. Sometimes it's better just to leave it alone. I don't know what the idea back here was, why they pulled that carpet out. I don't know if I have that carpet. I need to get the frunk open. Obviously nothing works, so first thing I'm going to do is put power to the little fuse panel there and see if I can get the frunk to open, also the engine lid, and see if it powers up. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I will pull that seat out. I have to check the fuse on the immobilizer, because for sure the immobilizer is bad. If not, I'm gonna have to remove it, send it to be repaired, put it back in, and fingers crossed that should get the car running. I have no guarantee of that, but that is the hope. So we'll see. GT3RS. Woo! So we'll see. Wish me luck. So first thing I'm gonna need to do is, with that fuse panel there, go through the little booklet and put all the correct fuses back. I still don't understand why someone just starts pulling fuses without having any idea of what's going on or what they're doing. Interior looks pretty good though. I don't know how bad the water got, but it doesn't seem bad. So we'll see. More to come. All right, I got all the fuses back in their correct location. Now let's hook up power. So anyone who knows these newer generation 911s knows you got to pull the little red tab out, ground it there. Let's hook up the battery and let's see what happens. Oof. Okay, well, at least now the key releases. That's a good thing. Let's see. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so still can't open the frunk, but at least it did release the key. So that's a good thing. But still not getting anything here or here. All right, more to come. Okay, so on a bad note, hooking up power did not open the frunk. But on a good note, at least it did release the key, and now I can turn the wheel, because the wheel was stuck. It was locked, so I couldn't turn it. So now I need to figure out to open that. Now, I know if I jack it up, I can take that wheel off. Inside of there, under the liner, there should be a cable that I can pull to open the frunk. So that's gonna be the next mission right now. Gotta get that wheel off. Oh man, I hope I can find a lock to that, because if I can't, it's gonna complicate things just a little bit. So we'll see. One thing I thought of before I try to get that wheel off, I'm gonna get this panel off and see if I hook up switches. Maybe the switches might have gone bad from the water. So I will try to swap these switches and see if I can get that to work. Otherwise, for sure, the immobilizer is shot. And that seat will have to come out, immobilizer will have to come out. But first, these guys, because that might fix it. Let's see. So usually these immobilizers have a fuse. And I've never dealt with an immobilizer on a 997. I've done 996s. So that's my next step. I got to get that guy out to see if I can find the fuse. More to come. Okay, so I'm going to edit this in here because in the previous videos I had talked about an immobilizer underneath the driver's seat of this car. Now, I was wrong. There is no immobilizer. It's a rear control module, which I've already ordered, so it's on the way. But there is no immobilizer. You don't need to tell me. I know it. I got it. It is what it is. I still needed to get the seat out to get that module out. I knew there was something down there that fried. But it's not an immobilizer. It's a rear control module. I've ordered it. I got it. You don't need to tell me that I was wrong because there's no immobilizer underneath the 997. I understand. I was wrong. I admit it. Anyway, regardless, just wanted to throw that in there so I don't get a bunch of crap from people telling me there's no immobilizer underneath the driver's seat on the 997. I got it. Let's move on. So pretty much as I expected, the immobilizer is funky. I mean, I cleaned it up now, but look at the case it was in. So I don't think there's going to be a good outcome to this. I mean, it cleaned up okay, but who knows? I'll plug it back in, see what happens. All right, well, since I can't get that wheel off because the lock is probably inside the frunk, I am attempting to get at the wire underneath there. I'm gonna have to pull it with the vice grip because it's tight. I already found it. I just gotta clamp on it and pull. So, back soon. Success! I was able to pull on it hard enough. Get this frunk open. Finally. All right, well, first things first. Get that battery swapped out. Put one with some juice. And then, I don't know. See what I find. It's the first time I look in here. So, first things first, get that battery swapped out, see if I can get some power to this car. Get it to activate, come to life. Get all that water in the frunk. A lot of water. Good news. I swapped the battery. The car came to life. So, put the key in the ignition. Woohoo! She's alive! Alive! It's got a Sharkworks center bypass there. Oh, I'm so happy. Gotta put that seat back in it. Woo! Got some issues here I'm gonna have to resolve. I'll hook up the Durametric and see what they tell me. Tire pressure, traction control, airbag. Airbag is because I got the seat out. But she's alive. So happy. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm pretty happy with the progress. I gotta get the seat back in it, and theoretically I could take it for a drive. Super excited. I was expecting the worst case scenario, I really was, but she runs. So super excited about that. All right.